It's it's severely empty right now.
Because I sold them all.
Emily just sold 3. She just sold 3 in the last week.
What, 3 tanks?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is why. If
Yes.
you do this sort of thing,
Correct.
All the like niche stores, I always tell them like,
I don't know if it's better or not for the camera, but we have the
Yeah, go for
overheads
it.
too. Yeah.
I love when there's examples of what you can actually buy.
Correct.
Yes.
Because some stores will just show you stuff, but they don't actually sell it. And you got to piece it together, like buy a hag and take and go build your stand, and maybe you can get a light, but probably not. So this type of thing, when they're like showcased, is awesome. Did you sell it off the floor? Or?
Yeah, we sell everything off the floor.
So this is for sale?
Correct. We showcase everything on the floor, what we have currently in stock, and then it sells off the floor just like that. So we let customers do either buy it as is. So we get a lot of, especially this location in Coventry, a lot of like beginner hobbyists that are just happen to drive by and they just want to buy an aquarium.
Yeah, so that's perfect.
And they either want us to service it, or where the retail staff will help them educate them and get them to go through everything. Or we let them do it a la carte, and then they get to come into the fish room, grab pieces of wood, we'll decorate it with them or for them, and they get to pick whether it's freshwater, saltwater, depending on the setup, if it's all-in-one, or if it's a traditional freshwater tank, or a full sump system.
You got
And then we offer
you got
installation
some
and
nice wood,
maintenance.
Ellie. Yeah, looks good.
The best in town.
Yes,
This
yes.
is the best.
This is the best in town. Yeah,
Investing
yeah.
CT.
And it's right out front. You don't even have to take me out back to show it.
Yeah, yep, nope, right up front.
This is
Yep.
a cool tank.
Goofy.
This is a cool layout.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Honestly,
It's my
it's
boy.
not the biggest store, but it's my favorite layout out of all of them.
Yeah. I love this.
Yeah.
This is like what I would have done if I started a store, which would have been like more like a small experience, but the front half would be a gallery of what's possible
Correct,
and what I
yeah.
sell, and then
My-
maybe some fish tank.
My
or
plan
maybe
is
some-
eventually to have another display on this wall here. But we got to bring in a bunch of aquariums that we got right now. We're going to make a line down the strip right here, and probably down this side too, to fill this out more. But everything at the OSA, it like changes from day to day.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Especially with Scott.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's always a new idea. We're always ebb and flow based on what the market's asking.
Oh yeah,
what
that's right. You
customers are
guys
looking
install
for.
tanks too.
So yeah,
Yes.
I forgot all about that.
actually the
Service
biggest part of our
install.
business, really besides retail, with the 3 locations, is actually service. We have 7 trucks on the road every single day, Monday through Friday.
Sick.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how Scott got started? Though?
Correct. That's exactly how he got started 12 years ago. Was he was just a guy with a 5-gallon bucket.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, the price is different. So you service them.
So service starting
then
at
and you also
$199,
install.
and then yes, so somebody can come in there. and
Somebody
purchase
will
an
pay to
aquarium.
have you do their tank.
Correct.
That's like the best
And that's
part.
so that's the starting price for like
Can
a
you do
20-gallon.
financing?
Correct.
Damn.
Yep.
This is
And they can
You
finance
name it, we do it.
anything in the store.
anything?
Anything.
Anything.
500 minimum.
Damn.
It's through a company called Livestock. Yeah.
I don't think I'd finance like rocks and stuff, but
Most people will just use it to finance
Like a
the
big
whole
purchase, like
aquarium.
$5,000.
Yeah, so they'll go and buy the whole setup, and then we'll sell them a fish package and do like $500 or $600, and then they get to come in.
do you let them? If I were to buy this, does it come with this stuff?
Correct.
Yep.
No shit.
Exactly as is. Yep.
Is that one piece?
Yes.
And if
that
you
is
do-
one piece. Yep.
And if you don't want it, it was
we can swap it,
$380.
do whatever.
Yeah, the dragonwood. It's expensive. It actually comes up from Texas, from DFW.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's crazy. All right, what else we got on the go?
Oh, come on in.
Welcome
So
home.
this is so what we call the wet side, I guess.
The
This is
wet
where the dry
side.
goods are, and then all the livestock. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, driving.
Shrimp?
Yes, we're light on stock right now, but this is our whole shrimp wall. I built this probably 6 months into the store being here, and it's been extremely popular. We literally sell out probably 2 weeks into a shipment.
Yeah, shrimp are killing it these
Oh yeah,
days.
and we'll bring in 150 to 300 of each color type of neocaridina and caridina, and sell out within 3 weeks.
Yeah, it looks like you sold out recently.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't. I can see a
there
couple
are
of
some,
them.
yeah. I just got a small shipment from like a local wholesaler.
Right.
Just to supplement until we get a big order in. But basically just fill with Saltwater tank. We let the wall and the back stay green so that they can graze constantly.
Yeah.
And then we do everything with substrate. And then based on the different varieties of substrate that we carry, I like to do each different tank and a different substrate so that people can see what they look like wet. So you got like C-Chems, this is Dimax, and this Fluval.
I thought that would have been ADA. ADA is dark.
ADA is very dark.
Interesting.
Yep, and then we'll do like easy plants like Bucephalandra, Nubius, some mosses, some Wassertang, things like that that are great with shrimp, low light.
Very cool. How many people work at this location?
There are 2 full-time staff members and then 1 part-time, and then that is
You're the
Emily.
part-time?
She's
Full-time.
nope, she's
Full-time.
full-time. That's the assistant manager here.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then you have a store too, Allie?
I did. I actually don't work for OSA.
What?
She's just here.
She doesn't.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
I'm just here.
She was fired.
No. Yeah, I let her go. No,
Let her go.
no.
Got in an argument at
Yeah.
home. Well, you don't have a job.
Yeah, no.
I work for an emergency veterinary hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You went to
Yeah.
school, I'm assuming?
No, I'm a tech assistant.
Oh, okay.
But that's the plan eventually.
Some plants. You escaped a few tanks too.
So that's one thing you'll notice as you go through. Pretty much everything is decorated to some degree.
Yeah.
So these are all the live plants for sale. Pretty much these 2. This is a display that I'm working on, and then those 2 are overflow for like easier plants.
Is the store always this clean? Because
Yes.
you guys didn't really know I was coming.
No, Joey. That's when we were in the parking lot. I said this is the cleanest store. It's not the biggest one. This
Yeah.
is the cleanest store, and it is this clean all the
Yeah,
time.
that's pretty clean.
It
really is.
Ship around here.
Yes, Emily does a fantastic job.
Nice. Very cool. Do you sell everything out of these tanks too, though? Eh?
Yes.
Yeah, I think a price tag's
The
on
only
everything.
tank that is not for sale is that cylinder that you saw up front.
Oh, okay, up front. Yeah.
That has the Mubu puffer in it, and then
Right.
the Peninsula tank on the front counter. That's it. Everything else is for sale.
And there's no humidity issues in here either.
There's not.
With all
nope.
these open top
We have
tanks.
we have a huge dehumidifier in the back.
Yeah, this definitely looks better than just having. Oh, you
Bare
did
tanks.
every tank.
Every tank is decorated. Yeah.
Wow.
This one's a little yeah.
This one's what?
It's a little rambunctious there. They knock all the
They
plants
knocked
over.
everything over. I
Every
fixed
time.
those earlier today because I knew you were coming, and voila! You're welcome. It's the big guy in there. He's the one that's doing it, really.
Yeah, like every single tank has escaped at least to some extent.
Correct.
A pretty similar theme in all of them.
Yes.
Rocks in the center.
Rocks
But-
in the center, 3 sponge filters, so everything's on its own system, so we can isolate for disease.
Water changes, you do them individually?
Every tank is done individually, 50% once per week. Everything's treated with copper, salt, and then when new fish come in, we'll do things like certain types of medicated flakes, medicated frozen food, or some type of antibacterial medication if necessary. But everything gets treated at therapeutic levels with copper, unless it's something like an eel or some type of scaleless fish or an amphibian like axolotls or something like that.
Interesting.
And the staff does 50% water changes on everything every week. All the artificial plants come out, and they get replaced every single week. Those get bleached in the back,
Oh,
so they're constantly rotated and stay clean.
interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. A lot of the like kind of bread and butter,
Correct.
but you do have some nanos and stuff too.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a ton of the bread and butter stuff. That's what fills up most of the 29s here. And then occasionally you get your random oddball like a pistos or some type of dwarf cichlids, or there's some roseline sharks up here, some odd guppies.
They
and
can
then
be hard
this
to
side is
sell,
the
though.
nano fish. We got a whole school of rosy loaches up here, some axolotls. But
Interesting. But this is what should be in planted tanks and stuff.
correct.
For the most part. It's awesome. How many tanks are on this road, do you know?
42.
42.
Right off the top, yeah.
Rain Man.
Yeah.
Don't know, I'm a timer too.
Seekonk and Groton are exactly the same way. They're just built out different because the layout of the store is different.
Yeah. Very interesting.
The cool thing is each location is roughly 40 minutes to a half hour apart, and
Yeah.
each store when you go to it
It's a little
carries
different.
carries a bit of a different livestock, and the whole thing is laid out differently because they're not the same layout. But every single location has a different kind of customer basis, even though we're so close together. I think that's probably just the New England mentality,
Yeah.
where they're like, I'm not driving more than 20 minutes to go
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Yes.
You do salt too? I didn't think so.
Correct, yes.
I didn't know that.
These lights are on full blast white right now, so it actually probably make a better video, but you're not going to get a super good color because they were all closed up.
Yeah, they're probably upset right now.
Yeah, it's 10:51, so
Yeah.
they are a little upset.
I don't have the lens for salt
For it
anyways.
anyway, yeah. It actually probably doesn't look too bad on the camera, but
What size is this tank? Is this tank for sale?
this is the 210.
Is it for sale?
This one is, the tank is not, no, but everything in it is.
Including my boy.
Which one's your boy?
Both of them. Falcor is the arowana, and then that's Garfield. He got dropped off with the name. Both of them did. But
Oh, okay.
they're good boys.
The silver looks good for his size. I figured it should have drop by now.
He's got a little bit on one side.
Is it
but
wild
not
caught?
bad.
It was a customer drop-off.
Oh, so you don't
So
know.
we have
This
no
side
idea.
is a little droopy, but not bad.
I
Getting
mean,
there.
in this area, it's probably a 50-50 shot. I would say
He was
probably
only
leaning
25.
more towards that it was captive race rather than wild caught. Yeah,
He was in a
we do get them
125.
pretty steadily from Asia, so
Okay.
yeah.
He's a good boy.
Cool stuff.
Yep, and an invert tank, and then this is the
Salt.
saltwater fish system. We're a little light on saltwater right now. We have a shipment expected next week, but
Okay.
typically this is loaded to the
Do you guys
nines.
all order, the stores do their own orders, or do you like pool together?
Yeah, so we used to do it that way, where we would pull together and do one massive order.
Yeah.
But then it became a logistical nightmare for me, going to pick up the fish in New Haven and then bring them here, split all the boxes apart, and then go to Coventry and then go to Seekonk. So now we actually do our individual orders, but I go pick them up at the same time. So
Okay.
each box is individually labeled for each store, and then I just come here, I drop them, I give them to Emily and Ian and the crew here, and then I drive right to Coventry, drop them off there, and then drive to Seekonk. And then I have staff at every location to put them away. And that typically happens Sunday nights, after hours, and we work around the clock until it's done. Sometimes we're here till like 6 a.m. putting fish away.
Do you do custom orders? Like if
We-
somebody was looking for something
Yeah,
specific?
so the way we do orders, depending on which wholesaler or importer that we're getting from, sometimes it's a little difficult to say, I can absolutely get this specific fish for you, depending on which supplier. In certain cases we can, but we'll take requests as much as possible and order them when we see them available. If there's enough and we place the order in a timely fashion, we'll be able to get them in for the customer. And then we'll call when they arrive in good condition.
Do you still make YouTube videos?
I try to. it's been I'm kind of like halfway retired, Joey. So
Halfway retired.
yeah, no. In all seriousness, no, we are building a studio in the back room here at Groton. It's a bit of a chaotic mess right now because we just had the Central Pet Show, so we had some shipments that we accepted for
Yeah.
the eShops Mariner tanks. But we're building a shipment back there to get back into our live videos consistent basis,
Right.
and YouTube videos.
Nice.
So yeah, within the next probably month or so, we should be on track to start pumping out more content. Yeah.
Good. I never gave up. I
That's
kept
good.
going.
I know.
Yeah, store looks good. Very clean.
Thank you.
I think you're going to attract a lot more people to this store than perhaps the others, simply because you have essentially everything you need to start an aquarium up.
Oh yeah.
At like, I would say more like an entry level, but you do have like nice equipment.
Yeah.
And you do offer installation and
Through
servicing
the
as well.
summer, so New England is weird. We definitely have a very seasonal shift. So through the summer right now, it's definitely slower.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you're not seeing like we get in rare plecos from Colombia.
Okay.
Different types of high-end freshwater fish and
Okay.
saltwater fish. Like this is super low stock right now.
Yeah.
But through the August, September, and then through the whole winter season till we hit March, April, it's shipments every single week.
Okay.
And there's everything for the extreme collector to the beginner hobbyist in pretty much any store you go to.
Okay.
And like I said earlier, each location, we try to base it on the customers.
Right.
So that we know
supply and
exactly
demand,
correct. Yeah, exactly. So if we know Coventry does really well with African cichlids, we're going to bring in much more there. Seekonk does really good with nano fish. Groton does good with that basic bread and butter and saltwater fish.
Yeah.
And so we order specifically catering towards that based
Right.
on what's selling. You know.
Yeah, I got to consider that too, because every store I go to is so much different than the other. But
Oh,
this
yeah.
This is probably the cleanest store I've been to in a long
Thank you.
time. Yeah.
Thank you.
You think so? Yeah, she's been to a few with me as well. Well, anyways, we got to get back on the road. Are we
Yeah.
in Connecticut?
This is Connecticut. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
What's it located at?
This is 72 Plaza Court, Groton, Connecticut.
And if you enjoyed what you see, you want to check them out.
I was going to say the area code, but I forgot off the top of my head.
06340.
That's what it is. Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
You should check out OSA. They do have another store of 45. How many stores are there?
There's 3 locations.
3.
So Coventry, Rhode Island, it's about 40 minutes from this location here. That's 8 Sandy Bottom Road in Coventry, Rhode Island, 02816. And then we have one in Seekonk, Massachusetts, just over the border of Providence, East Providence area. That's 1448 Fall River Avenue in Seekonk, Mass. 02771 is the area code.
They're all Scott's stores though, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Scott's a single owner, yeah.
So this Scott's I've known Scott for quite some time, but he's like kind of like a hobbyist that started out. I think it was in servicing
Correct,
and installation, and then started out the stores, and then kept building more stores.
Yes.
So it's pretty awesome. So if you guys want to support privately owned
Appreciate it.
mom and pops type shop,
Absolutely.
come check them out here in Connecticut. But I won't be here because I'm going to go home, and I am tired. Thanks for having me, though. They opened the
welcome.
shop
I
here
appreciate it so
quite
much.
late. But as always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next video.